I'm Kyle Bachus. On April 28, 2020, my mom was killed as a result of someone else's negligence. It's completely changed my life and the way I practice law. If you too have felt the pain of losing a loved one and you don't know where to turn, let me be your guide on what to do next when the unthinkable happens. So when survivors of a sexual assault contact my office, we have to talk with them about the importance of being able to prove what happened. And how do we prove what happened? We prove it through evidence. So the first piece of important evidence is clothing. All clothing involved in any way during a sexual assault needs to be preserved. And what does preserved means? It means not only keep it, don't wash it. Just get a plastic bag, put it in, seal it. The second item that is extremely important to preserve is any documentation of a physical injury. You can photograph injuries. You went to a hospital and got a rape kit. Obviously, the rape kit is going to be preserved by the hospital, and that's going to be crucial as well. If there are medical bills, records of any kind related to any treatment that you received, that needs to be preserved. The third piece of important evidence that we see that needs to be preserved, any and all communication of any kind between you and the perpetrator, which could include text messages, writings, voicemails, phone calls that are recorded of any type. The fourth item of evidence that I want to tell you about is witnesses. And it's important to identify those witnesses so that we can speak to them. The fifth item that I want to talk with you about is surveillance video. There's video everywhere. One of the crucial things to know about video surveillance that you may not know is most video surveillance equipment is designed to record over itself. Time is of the essence with respect to video evidence. Sixth item I want to talk with you about is any and all journaling, any writings that you have done that relate in any way to the sexual assault. You may not have all of those categories. You might not even have any of those categories of evidence. I don't want you to feel dissuaded from reaching out to have us evaluate what evidence you do have and to talk specifically about your facts and circumstances. Whether you have all 6 categories, whether you have 3 of the 6, whether you have 0 of the 6, you need to reach out so that we can hear your story, so that we can evaluate your particular case. And we're going to tell you whether we think you have sufficient evidence to bring a claim or not. But don't you make that decision. Let us evaluate your particular circumstances so that we can give you the best advice about whether or not you do have a claim. But I want you to know this. You survived this, and there are a lot of resources available. There are treatment and recovery centers available, and my firm, our sexual assault team, will be with you, holding your hand all the way through this process. You're going to do this, and there are victims advocates, there are local crisis centers. We are here to help you in any way that you need.